plan. And guys, hopes for a win and to have some fun out here in the snow. Back to you.
All right, Megan, we hope there's room on one of those heated benches for you down there. It is a chilly one today. Coldest day of the year here in Seattle. Chicago won the toss. They to first. Seattle to receive. DJ Dallas is back deep. Cairo Santos sends it in the air. And this brings on the Seahawks offense and Russell Wilson. It has not been the typical Russell Wilson season. His streak of 149 straight starts was snapped earlier this year. A severely injured finger. He was shut out for the first time in his career upon return, trying to get some better timing with DK Metcalf, among others.
Yeah, timing is everything. And when you don't get to practice the way these guys don't get to practice, you definitely could see it in the game. But this is Russell Wilson, so I'm interested to see how the finger look in this cold today.
Well, he gets his favorite target back. Tyler Lockett was activated after missing Tuesday's game with COVID. Just the second missed game of his outstanding career. He goes in motion, and they start on the ground with Rashad Penny. Penny was held in check Tuesday, just 39 carries against the Rams. This is an offense, Akeem, coming off its second lowest yardage total of the season.
Yeah, they are. Struggled last week against the Rams. That's a good defense, though. But you look at the weeks prior to last week, they had 30 points on the board twice. So that's the offense that they looking to get back to this week.
Wilson after an empty set. And he finds Metcalf, but it's dropped, broken up. Right there in the coverage was Artie Burns, who was out on Monday with COVID, now cleared. It was a very depleted secondary, to say the least, for the Bears.
Yeah, they'll be happy to get all these guys back today. Artie Burns and Eddie Jackson, Thomas Graham in there. But they'll be happy to get these guys back in their secondary today.
Well, the Seahawks were without not only Lockett, but also Alex Collins, their leading rusher. And Collins is inactive again today. Wilson with pressure. And Wilson is brought down in the snow, and a good start for this Bears defense. Bilal Nichols, fourth-year pro out of Delaware, feeling right at home.
Four-man rush. Bears dropping in the zone on third down. Russell Wilson doing what he does best, but wasn't able to escape this time. Fourth down for Seattle.
Now, few teams get to the quarterback better than the Bears. Tied for the third most sacks in the league.
Yeah, Robert Quinn definitely playing some of his best football. Rejuvenated Robert Quinn. Playing some of his best football this year. Earned him another Pro Bowl nod.
Prior to any penalty, first charge timeout, Chicago. A 30-second timeout.
Surprise, Seattle came out passing. When you see snow on the ground like this, Aaron, you usually think it's a bunch of runs. Bunch of running backs going to play and a bunch of runs. But Seattle trying to catch him off guard, came out passing.
Well, there is Robert Quinn. He was just selected to his third Pro Bowl, his first since 2014 with the St. Louis Rams. 10.5 sacks over his last 6 games. He will be a major force and a major factor once again today for the Chicago defense. Michael Dixon having a phenomenal year for the Seahawks. He punts it away. Daz Newsome quickly skirts out of bounds. Bears without their Pro Bowl returner, Jakeem Grant. Well, it's the season debut of, let's call him the best third-string quarterback in the NFL, Nick Foles, the former Super Bowl MVP, on the receiving end of the Philly special to take down Brady and the Pats back in 2017. Has not played yet this season.
Well, he'll get his first start today. He was told on Friday morning that he'll be the starter, but being the veteran that he is, he prepared all week. Once it was a smidgen of a chance of him playing, Dalton on the COVID list, Fields nursing an ankle, he knew there was a chance that he might play. So the veteran that he is, he prepared mentally, he prepared physically all week. He'll be ready to go today.
And Justin Fields is out. It was a game time decision, but he is inactive. So if Foles has to go down for any reason, it's Ryan Willis, who was just called up from the practice squad, so not much depth under center. This is a Bears offense that has really struggled, just 12 points over the last 6 quarters. And Foles to pass right away. Finds Cole Kmet, one of his favorite targets, tight end. And he was met right away, forced out of bounds by Jordan Brooks and Sidney Jones.
Offensive lineups today. We got Tevin Jenkins, one of the rookies starting at left tackle today. for this skill group. David Montgomery, he'll lead the charge. And it should be a big day for him with all this snow on the ground. He should have a bunch of carries today.
Montgomery missed 4 games earlier this year with a knee injury. In motion, Mooney, leading receiver for the Bears. Montgomery sets up 3rd down.
Good kick out block there. About 74. Seahawks defense. Al Woods up front. Silent guy. He keeps Bobby Wagner clean. Bobby Wagner, the quarterback of this defense. Quandre Diggs having another Pro Bowl season. Looking to get paid next year.
It was interesting talking to Wagner about facing David Montgomery. He said that he creates such difficult angles to tackle because of his cutback abilities. And Damian Williams in the backfield now with Mooney in motion. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Foles broken up. Looking for Mooney. Sidney Jones right there. And it's 3 and out for the Bears.
Maggie Hart on 3rd down when we talked to him on Thursday. And you would think 3rd down get a little better with a veteran quarterback. He made a quick decision right there for our zone coverage. Mooney just have to bring that down. That's when the weather come into play. Them hands get cold there. That ball feel like a brick down there.
We were talking to Nick Foles about playing in the cold and the snow, and he had a theory. He wasn't sure if it holds much water, but he thought that maybe it slows the DBs down a little bit too.
I think it slows all the skill down. The DBs, the receivers, the running backs. You can't move as fast when you're not as warm. Touchback.
We will step aside for the first time. An eventful morning. Yeah, that's right. There's snow in Seattle. We're having fun with it. We'll be right back.
Take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again with can.
Prior to the Russell Wilson era beginning, no chance for the Hawks to get to the break-even point this year. 3 and out of the opening drive for Seattle as Russell Wilson goes under center. Penny gets the carry. It has been a phenomenal era for these two, Carroll and Wilson. Most wins in the NFL since 2012, 8 playoff appearances, tied with Belichick and Brady, 4 division championships, and of course a couple of Super Bowls, including 1 ring. Lockett, his first catch and run, steps up 3rd and short.
Seahawks excited to have Lockett back this week. He was definitely missed last week versus the Rams. You can hear it in all the guys' voices. They harped about it all week, man. How important he is to this offense. They'll get him the ball in his hands early just to let him get that feel back.
He's the 2nd Seahawk all-time with 3 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Steve Largent, the Hall of Famer, the only other. After picking up the first down, it's Roquan Smith making the tackle. Rashad Penny. He's had double-digit carries in 3 straight games for the first time in his career. He's been hit with just about every kind of an injury. Had a breakout game, a career game a couple of weeks ago at Houston, 137 yards and a couple of touchdowns, but held in check Tuesday versus the Rams.
Yeah, not much there. The Bears doing a good job controlling this line of scrimmage.
They feed Penny again. Penny with a lead block. He's got a first down and more. And he's sliding through the snow. Big gain from Rashad Penny. Finally tracked down by Thomas Graham as Penny picks up 25.
Nice kick out blocks here. Nice kick out blocks by these guys coming around. Kick those DNs out, create some lanes. Nice play design by Seattle.
Back to Penny again. Good gain on first down.
Seahawks going with a little tempo. Keep Chicago off balance.
Well, when we were talking with their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, he said that the best form of this offense is when they can get the ground game going and set up the play action to Tyler Lockett in particular. Good start on the ground this drive after 3 and out, the opening possession for the Seahawks. There's Shane Waldron, his first year calling the plays. DJ Dallas spins off a man, but then brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Alec Ogletree, second leading tackler for this Bears defense.
Robert Quinn getting involved. He created that pressure in the backfield, disrupting that run. His coach talked about how well he's playing on in the run game as opposed to the pass. Third down here.
Now third down, a major story for the Seahawks. 30th in the NFL. On 3rd and 4, Wilson to pass. Wilson taking a shot, looking for Metcalf in stride. Touchdown, Seattle. 41 yards for the score.
Got 3rd and 5. He leads Thomas Graham one-on-one with one of the best receivers in the league. I don't know if the Bears want to do that all day. Thomas Graham just making his second start of his career. I don't know if you want to be on the island against that guy all night, all day.
Well, maybe some of that will quiet the Metcalf-Wilson talk. He'd gone 6 games without a touchdown before hauling that one in. Extra point good for Myers. So big play and a strong drive from Russell Wilson and the Seattle offense. Metcalf finds Pater. This year, weeks 1 through 8, 580 yards, 8 touchdowns. Since week 10, however, just 225 yards. He had not found the end zone. 1 catch today, a big one, 41-yard touchdown strike. Metcalf hasn't had a 100-yard game since week 3. It's his only 100-yard game this season.
Yeah, but I kind of looked at those numbers, and if he with a strong finish to this season, those numbers won't be too far off what they were last year. And considering all the time him and Russell missed, it's not a bad season for him.
Khalil Herbert, the rookie running back out of Virginia Tech, on the return. Well, I got a lot of big names here, like today's fans in the stands. The Freak Brothers, if you haven't seen the new show on Tubi, starring Woody Harrelson, Pete Davidson, John Goodman, and Tiffany Haddish. You're missing the dopest comedy around. Stream The Freak Brothers, free on Tubi.
I'm telling you.
Second drive from Nick Foles and the Bears offense. They went 3 and out of their opening possession. Foles, the third-string quarterback. Justin Fields inactive today with an ankle injury. Andy Dalton is out as well with a groin injury. He's also had COVID. Montgomery cuts back, just like Bobby Wagner was talking about. He delivers the blow and picks up a first down. Finally brought down by Jordan Brooks.
Huge hole in the middle of that line. Great job creating that hole and great job finding that cutback by Montgomery. And that's what I expect to see from the Bears. A bunch of runs, keep it on the ground, slow the game down, get those linebackers to come up. Then you'll be able to hit play actions over the top.
That's what it sounds like to run over Sidney Jones, unfortunately, for the Seahawks DB. Gain of 11. Swing it out to Darnell Mooney. Mooney gets back to the line of scrimmage. Picks up a yard.
Good job running to the ball by Darrell Taylor. Coming off the edge, field the screen, field a quick pass. Got to retrace in the snow. Get out there and make a play.
And Mooney, the leading receiver for the Bears. He's had 3 big games in particular of 120 yards or more.
Yeah, they talked about Mooney being a play-action guy. Once this run game really get going, then you will see Mooney running over routes and crossing routes and deep balls, and he's their go-to guy as of now.
Foles tucks, now throws, and it's incomplete. Looking there for Damiere Byrd, coming off a career year with New England.
Tight coverage there. Match zone by Seattle. They got to get the Foles. You don't want to give Foles that much time, but you're not really worried about his legs. So you'll see a 4-man rush on Foles for the majority of the day.
Both these teams have really struggled on third down this year. Matt Nagy, 4th-year head coach of the Bears. 3rd and 9. And down the distance that, as you can see, has not been kind to the Bears this year, as you might imagine. Foles throws short, and it's caught. Daz Newsome, his first career reception. The rookie out of North Carolina.
Bobby Wagner had a chance to stop him before he got to the mark. He was able to break that tackle, pick up that first down. You don't see Bobby Wagner miss too many times in open field. Let's just blame it on the snow, Aaron. We'll blame that one on the snow.
Well, Newsome picks up 10 yards, his first career catch. A former Tar Heel. So they convert on 3rd and long. Goes out of the shotgun. Dump off to Montgomery. Picks up just a yard. Jordan Brooks there on the tackle. NFL's 3rd leading tackler.
Jordan Brooks is another guy that you hear Bobby Wagner and all the vets on the team rave about. Man, this young guy flies around. He diagnoses plays and he gets to the football. And that's what these guys love about him.
Now Pete Carroll saying that Brooks just does not get enough credit. Not enough people aware of how talented he is. Montgomery gets tripped up, and it sets up another 3rd and long for this Bears offense. Bobby Wagner with the tackle. He leads the NFL in tackles and is elected to his 8th consecutive Pro Bowl.
Bobby Wagner never fails to amaze, right? He's still a every down linebacker in our league. It's amazing how many plays that he make in his 10th year.
Well, I asked him if a game like this makes him feel good. Take him back to his college days at Utah State, and he looked at me like I was crazy.
Nobody liked to play in the cold, Aaron.
Another 3rd and long for Chicago. Foles in a tight window completes Marquise Goodwin, who was out last week. He hasn't had a catch since before Thanksgiving, and he moves the chains. He picks up 9.
The Bears looking better on 3rd down already, and it's just because of the decision making of Foles. He sees it pre-snap. He knows where he wants to go with the football, and he do a great job.
Mooney gets the handoff. Mooney, his 5th carry this year, doesn't go for much. Brought down by Darrell Taylor, I beg your pardon. 2nd down for the Bears. Well, if this Bears offense has a strength, it is the run game. You would figure that would come into factor today. Top 10 rushing offense.
They definitely going to run that football today, especially against this defense. This defense gives up a bunch of yards. They get a little stingy in the red zone, but in the field, a bunch of yards.
Montgomery is wrapped up and brought back. Al Woods. Woods, who Bobby Wagner told us gets so overlooked for what he does up front.
Yeah, he does. Just the disruption that he causes in the backfield, the double teams that he take on night in, night out. You need a guy. If I'm Bobby Wagner, I need a guy like Big Woods in front of me, man. Keep me clean. Let me run and make all the tackles. You do all the dirty work.
Yeah, Big Woods is probably a better first name than Al Woods. Another 3rd and long. Bears have been able to convert a couple of times on this drive. Empty set for Foles. Foles airs it out, taking a shot. Contact Mooney. And a flag comes in. Jordan Brooks with the pressure.
The Seahawks brought pressure and made him get the ball out fast, just like they wanted to. That DB got to get your head around Sidney Jones and play that football.
Pass interference, number 28. Defense, automatic. 1st down.
That's Hugo Amadi.
Just off-man coverage. Press in the slot. I thought Amadi was in a good spot. He could just get his head around and find that football. He may have an interception right there. Definitely a pass interference. Foles with the thumbs up. He know. That's what vets do. They just know. They know when they have opportunities to make plays. They know DBs who don't play the ball well. Give your receiver a chance at all times.
Back to the ground in Montgomery. Good run on first down.
See Fetty, the right tackle, doing a great job. Sealing here. Seal him off right here. Create that lane. Let Montgomery do the rest.
Pickup of 8. Montgomery has led the Bears in rushing all 3 years since being drafted. Well, the red zone has been such a problem for this Bears offense. Can they finish this drive with 6? 2nd and 2. Montgomery sets up 1st and goal for Chicago.
It's one of the strong points for the Seahawks. This red zone defense, they do not give up points. 4th in the league in scoring defense. 20 points a game.
Well, if we back it up a little bit beyond the red zone, trips inside the 35 last week against the Vikings. 7 trips, just 9 points. In fact, the Bears needed all 60 minutes to score their only touchdown. It came as time expired against the Vikings.
Yeah, it was a sloppy game. Sloppy game last week. I got to get better at it this week. Got down. We'll be back at the break.
It's the ultimate bend but don't break type of defense.
Yeah, it is. Now, Ken Norton played a lot of football, coached a lot of football. He knows what it's all about. Yards mean nothing. Points mean everything. And he's doing a good job keeping opposing offenses out the end zone.
Montgomery shy of the goal line. That's his 6th carry this drive, brought down by Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner filling gaps again. 2 yards to go. We'll see if Seattle is able to keep him out this time.
Well, Matt Nagy was the first to say, you have to come up with touchdowns when you get in the red zone. This is such a priority right now, such an emphasis for this Bears offense.
That's the name of the game. Defense want to force field goals. Offense want to score touchdowns. We got a wildcat here with Montgomery in the backfield.
13th play of the drive. And brought down for a loss. Seahawks all over it.
The Seahawks defense not fooled at all by this wildcat offense.
Oh, it's Rasheem Green.
The Seahawks do a great job on 3rd down in the red zone. They mix the man with the zone. In zone coverage, they do a great job passing off receivers. Football almost does turn horizontal in the red zone. You can't go vertical. Now everything is left to right. Everything happens fast. The Seahawks do a great job passing off routes in the red zone.
There's 2 for 2 on 3rd down this drive, plus the pass interference called 3rd and goal. Foles to pass. Foles scrambling, tipped and incomplete in the end zone.
There they go again, showing man, running with all emotion. As soon as you snap the ball, they fall back and play zone, and they do an excellent job passing off receivers and moving on the string with the quarterback eyes. Jordan Brooks able to get his hand on the football.
Offense staying on the field, 4th and goal. Ball on the 4. Can the Seahawks defense bend and not break once again? 16th play of the drive coming. Foles complete, but short. Montgomery with the catch, but shy of the end zone. Jordan Brooks has been all over it this drive.
Jordan Brooks making another play, 2 plays in a row. Great stop by that Seattle defense.
Goal line stand by the Seahawks. Now the Bears denied again. The Bears drove the ball 71 yards and come up empty.
That's what the Seahawks do. They give you as many yards as you want, but they get stingy when it comes to giving you points. So Ken Norton to take it. Another stop.
Final seconds of the first quarter. Seahawks offense at essentially the goal line. They hand to Penny, trying to get some breathing room. Seahawks Found the end zone on their last drive. 41-yard touchdown catch by DK Metcalf. Time for another play. 2nd and 8 now. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. I take that back. We will step aside. But second quarter from Seattle in the snow. Straight ahead.
Baby, it's cold outside. Been hoping that you drop in. I'll hold your hand.
Nothing Seahawks. Time of possession dominated by the Bears in the first quarter because of that 71-yard drive. They were stopped at the goal line. Second and 8 from the 4. Short pass. And Metcalf is brought down by Artie Burns. Took a pop right away. Metcalf with that big frame.
Big time tackle by Artie Burns there. That's a big guy. That's a 6'3", 200 and who knows. That's how you come down and put your face on him, Artie Burns.
And Metcalf, one of the great freaks in the league. They list him at 6'4", 235. Remember, he tried to qualify for the Olympics in the 100-meter. He did not make it, but he didn't beat a couple of the 17 contestants he was up against.
That's amazing, man. There's no way you're that big.
Number 76, offense, half the distance to the goal, 3rd down.
That's on
And you
Brown.
still could compete for the Olympics. Freak of nature, Aaron. I'm glad I don't have to go against him anymore.
A Pro Bowler last year. He just turned 24 this month. A season ago, over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. And has found the end zone today and gone 6 games without a touchdown catch. 3rd and long for Russell Wilson, who is in his own end zone. Wilson just fires it out of bounds. And the punt team will come on for Seattle. Seahawks, that one impressive drive bookended by a couple of 3-and-outs. Some tough field position after that lengthy drive that came up empty for Chicago.
Yeah, the good thing about a goal line stop is you don't get points on the board, but the bad thing is your offense come out and they're backed up, and usually they just want to get themselves a little room so they can punt.
Daz Newsome, the rookie, back to return.
Short punt.
And they'll start on the plus side of the 50. Good field position here. Newsome trying to add to it. Daz Newsome down the sideline, and oh my goodness, upended. That was Penny Hart's.
Short punt by Seattle. Line drive. And Newsome definitely took advantage of it. He used his speed to get around that corner. And the Bears have had great starting field position.
28 yards on the return. Short punt of just 41.
See what this Seahawks defense is made of again. Trying to keep the Bears out the end zone for the 2nd time.
Well, you can't ask for much better starting field position than this. Ball on the Seahawks 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Foles. Montgomery with the jump cut. Puts the shoulders down. Brought down by Jordan Brooks as a flag comes down.
Holding, number 81, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
It's on J.P. Holtz.
See Jordan Brooks right here. He's going to do a great job closing ground. Nick Foles make a quick decision, get the ball out. Jordan Brooks all over it for that 4th down stop.
Now Brooks has gone.
Ken Norton loves it.
Yeah, 6 straight games for Brooks with double-digit tackles. He's off to a good start again today. Have to clear some of that snow out of the face mask. 1st and 20 after the penalty. Cuts into that good starting field position. Foles fires a strike, and it's complete. Brought down. And get some of that yardage back. That was Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd catch. He picks up 15.
Foles makes quick decisions versus zone coverage. You play zone against Foles, he knows where you want to go with the ball. He's going to make a real quick decision. And that's just the veteran. That's the tape watching. That's the preparation. So he do a great job of that.
Bears couldn't punch it in inside the red zone in their last drive. Trying to make good this time on 2nd and 5. This is Mooney with the carry. The wide receiver is brought down at the line of scrimmage to set up 3rd down. No gain on the play. The red zone issues for the Bears have been season long, but especially on Monday night against the Vikings. They had gone 0 for their first 4. They finished 1 of 5 in the red zone. A fumble. They turned it over on downs twice. Time they punch it in was as time expired.
It was a sloppy day in the red zone for the Bears. With Foles under center today, you expected it to get a little bit better, quicker decisions.
They go empty on 3rd and 5. Foles pumps, delivers. It's Montgomery catching it out of the backfield again. It sets up a 1st and goal now.
Good job by Foles, just analyzing the defense. Not doing nothing too fast. Moving the defense with that pump fake and finding the open man. Now you get yourself a 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line.
He picks up 9 of the catch.
Seattle running the big guys on the field.
Montgomery. Bears think he got in, and they're marking him short. 2nd and goal for Chicago.
I thought he crossed the goal line, but clearly can't see here. They'll get a couple more shots at it.
Montgomery now healthy after missing a good chunk of time with injury. Khalil Herbert backed him up and played well. Well, this is David Montgomery's backfield. See if they call his number again on 2nd and goal. They do. Montgomery into the end zone and a Bears touchdown. And our first snow angel of the day.
Great starting field position for the Bears. 15 yards to go. Montgomery finishing off the drive.
Now Bears able to work around that holding penalty and find their first touchdown of the day. Carlos Santos puts it through to tie it up with just over 10 to play in the first half. David Montgomery with the touchdown run to even the score here. Montgomery's 5th rushing touchdown of the season, helping to tie this game up at 7. Just over 10 minutes to play in the first half here from Lumen Field. First meeting between these two teams in Seattle since 2015. Dallas on the return. Well, it's time to celebrate. Fox Super 6 has given away over $6 million in cash prizes, and you have a chance to win more. Scan the have totaled -4 yards.
Yeah, not really able to get the run game going. Trying to get in the rhythm, trying to find a rhythm with quick passes. The Bears doing a great job tackling so far.
Wilson changing things at the line. Give to Rashad Penny.
Zone run to the left, not much there. Again, the Bears are doing a good job tackling this. That's what you check in the cold games, Aaron. You have to tackle. It's cold out here. Your hands are cold, and if you don't tackle, those 2-yard runs could turn to 20-yard runs in a hurry.
He picks up 3 on the carry. Frigid temperatures, especially by Seattle standards. Back to Penny again. And brings up 3rd and long. Kyrus Tonga, who was out Monday night, is dealing with a shoulder injury. The rookie out of BYU able to make the play.
Seattle's being patient with this run game. That's part of their offense. They always, no matter if they're running good or they're not running the ball good, they're going to stay patient with the run game. I think they do a good job staying committed to it.
Seahawks with the 4th most 3-and-out drives in the league entering play today on 3rd and 5. Wilson to pass, and it's complete. And a 1st down catch and run. It's Gerald Everett, tied in for the Seahawks to move the chains. He picks up 9 on the play.
Russell Wilson doing a good job seeing that man coverage, getting the ball out to Jarrett in the flats. Easy 1st down.
Everett led the team with 60 yards Tuesday in Los Angeles on the boot. Wilson eyes downfield now, checks down to Lockett. Something to keep in mind. It's worth mentioning for the Seahawks, they had their game moved back a couple of days against the Rams because of the COVID outbreak in Los Angeles in particular. And it's been a short week. Add to that a quarterback change on Friday for the Bears. So not much time to prepare for the Seahawks team. 2nd and short for Russell Wilson.
44. Hey, let's go, Remo, 44.
Wilson, some miscommunication. It was Everett streaking downfield. Pass behind him. 3rd down.
Russell Wilson saw that man coverage. He put on the stop route. I guess the receiver thought it was a fade route. But those read routes, you got to read the same thing. So that's where that timing comes into play that we talked about earlier.
Sets up 3rd and short for Seattle. Major 3rd down struggles this season for the Seahawks. Wilson having to step up. Finds Everett. Will move the chains this time. Roquan Smith tackles him, but a 1st down catch by the tight end Gerald Everett.
Russell Wilson stepping up, able to create a little bit more time. Just enough time to find Gerald Everett for the 1st down. A soft zone coverage by the Bears.
Everett picks up 9. Yards were hard to come by Tuesday against the Rams. Seahawks, their 2nd lowest yardage total of the season, just 214. On the ground, Penny, good run on 1st down.
This line doing a great job creating lanes early. It's a few big runs by Penny so far.
Alex Collins is the leading rusher for the Seahawks. He is inactive today. He missed Tuesday's game because of COVID. Came off the COVID list, but is unavailable today for Seattle. He's been the starter for a chunk of the season. It's been Rashad Penny getting the carries as of late, and especially today. This is DJ Dallas this time, and he's got enough to pick up a 1st down. Needed just 4. It's the former Seahawk Bruce Irvin, who was taken 15th overall by Seattle back in 2012. A homecoming, as he's now with the Bears, signed to their practice squad in mid-November.
Seattle working that right side, running behind Big Jake Curran and Gabe Jackson. Follow behind those 2 guys, man. You almost promised 4 yards a carry.
They bring Metcalf in motion. You got the 41-yard touchdown catch, 2nd drive today for the Seahawks. Back to Dallas. Cuts. And lowers their shoulders. Good run on 1st down, but a flag comes out. As it stands now, it's a gain of 7.
This is Seattle's style of football right here.
Illegal use of hands to the face, number 90. Defense, 5 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic, first down. Please set the game clock to 5:42. 5:42, please.
Now, this is the style of football that Seattle wants to play. They'll take 4 or 5 yards to run, slowly get those linebackers to creep up, then Russell Wilson to play action, and he'll hit you with one of those patented deep balls right over the top.
Well, time of possession has been such a struggle for this Seahawks offense this year. You think about their struggles on third down, couple that with the amount of yards their defense gives up and how long the opposing offense is on the field. But a sustained drive here for Russell Wilson and Seattle. As we have a whistle. We will step aside with just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Timeout, 10th play of the drive coming for Seattle. Akib, were you a no long sleeves guy in the snow?
I was. I believed in taking advantage of all my opportunities. So I didn't want a ball to slip off my sleeves and me miss an interception. I'd rather be cold, Aaron.
All right. I hadn't thought about that angle. I only just thought about self-preservation. On 1st and 10, a strike looking for Colby Parkinson. Parkinson, the second-year tight end out of Stanford. And Deion Bush right there on the pass coverage.
Good play by Deion Bush getting his hand in there. That was almost a money ball by Russell. Game of inches, Aaron.
Would have been the first career touchdown for Parkinson. 2nd and 10 now. At the 20. A flip to D. Eskridge. Eskridge, his first touch today. First down and hit out of bounds. And a flag comes in. He was hoping for one and he got it.
That'll give him a couple more yards at the end of that run.
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 37, defense. Penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
It's Tease Tabor.
Just like that defense, Seattle was pretty good in the red zone. They get here, they score points. So we'll see if they're able to push it in, punch it in on this drive. Snow falling from the ceiling.
It's coming down from the upper levels. 1st and goal now. Ball in the 3. Clear path to the end zone. Rashad Penny. Touchdown Seahawks. Hawks back in front. 14-7, under 5 to play in the first half. Myers getting set to kick things off for Seattle. Khalil Herbert, rookie return man and running back for the Bears. And here comes Herbert. Herbert, good return. He's had plenty of those this year. Now let's check in with Kurt Menefee to see what's coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
TV, what's your sign? I'm going to read your horoscope.
I'm Virgo.
In your future, you will see highlights of the Steelers, Chiefs, and Broncos, Raiders.
That's it?
Oh, it also says that you'll be standing next to a very handsome man at work.
What does it say that? It doesn't say that.
You'll see it on the Verizon halftime.
Let's say that here. You made that up.
Thank you, gentlemen. 4:40 to play in the first half. 14-7 Seahawks. Outgaining the Bears 143-78. Bears finding the end zone on their last drive. Jimmy Graham, the former Seahawk, is the man in motion as they stick on the ground. And a tackle for a loss. David Montgomery not finding any room. Ryan Neal coming out of the defensive backfield. And Robert Kimdichie as well.
A lot of penetration there by Kimdichie. He left earlier with an injury. Seattle glad he was able to return.
And Kondichi started Tuesday in LA with Kerry Hyder on the COVID list. Hyder was activated yesterday, but then listed as inactive for today. It's a loss of 2. Play clock winding down. They get it off in time. Foles. Ball tipped, deflected, and incomplete.
Seattle had a clear recovery if they was going to review this and see if it was a fumble or not. Looked like his arm was going forward. Oh, just barely, Aaron. That's close. That's close.
That's Carlos Dunlap.
That's close, Aaron.
It is an incomplete pass. 3rd and long. Well, Bears have actually found success on 3rd down today. See if they can do it here with 12 yards to gain.
Have to be talking about if his hand was going forward or not. It was a little closer than it appeared to be.
And they're clearly talking about that.
I told you, Aaron. It was a little closer than it appeared to be.
And it is Seahawk ball.
Clear recovery by the Seahawks. That's why no matter what, if it's close, if it's a pass, if it's a fumble, you got to recover that football just for situations like this. He was going forward. I don't know if he ever completed the motion. I don't know if the ball. Ooh, that's close.
That is close.
That's close.
His hand going forward when that ball comes out.
The ruling of a fumble recovered by the defense is under review.
Well, they got a lot to look at. We'll step aside. 3:30 to play in the first half. Play under review.
It is an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down. Please set the game clock to 3:51.
Ball goes back to the Bears. We'll bring in Mike Pereira. Mike, what did you see? What do you make of that play?
Yeah, that's the right decision. The hand had started forward with control of the ball. Interesting, the referee initially ruled it a fumble. He threw the beanbag. A downfield official came with him as an incomplete pass. They went back to the fumble call, but the hand was going forward. That's the right call.
All right, thank you, Mike. So it sets up 3rd and 12. Ball goes back to the Bears. And Carlos Dunlap, who just made that play, is imploring the crowd. More sparse crowd than usual here at Lumen Field because of the elements you'd have to imagine in large part. Foles, pressure. Dunlap almost got him again. It's complete. Cole Kmet, the tight end, and Kmet's got enough for a 1st down. What a play by Foles, finding the 2nd leading receiver for the Bears to move the chains. It's a gain of 15.
Good job by Foles extending that play. Finding the guy out to the flats. I don't know what happened to the corner who was supposed to be in the flats, but Bobby Wagner was definitely waiting for him and expecting him to be out there so they can both tag team on that tackle. The corner showed up late. The Bears was able to convert that 1st down.
Nearly half of Kmet's catches this year have gone for 1st downs. You can add that one to the list as well. On play action, Foles sets his feet. Foles incomplete, looking for Mooney. It was Jordan Brooks, the linebacker, on the coverage.
Great job by Jordan Brooks dropping. That's a classic cover 3 beater. You run that corner out of there, and then you have the underneath coverage responsible for that deep over route. Not a lot of guys play it as well as Jordan Brooks played it on that play.
Phenomenal play. And avoiding the penalty, Brooks with 4 tackles. Good pass coverage as they bring Montgomery back into the backfield. Montgomery throws out the stiff arm, and Montgomery's got a 1st down run.
Got a flag on the play. That'll be holding.
Holding. Number 67, offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on Sam Mustipher. Mustipher, who started every game for the Bears this year.
Right in the middle right here, you can see it. He's going to hold him. I don't even think he had to hold him. I feel like Montgomery would almost came up out of this anyway.
After the fifth Bears penalty, Khalil Herbert gets a rare carry. He's had just one the last 2 weeks. Another flag comes out.
Illegal motion. Number 83, offense. Penalties declined. Result of the play, third down.
Hugo Amadi coming in from his nickel position. Filling the gap, making a good tackle. Third and long. Not the third down situation that the Bears want to be in. They talked about getting third and short, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
For an offense that's nearly dead last on third down this year, they've been good today, 4 for 6. As we've reached the 2-minute warning, we will step aside here in the first half. I also think he started to run out of room once he got to the end there.
He's war.
But he's bundled up in here today. That's what counts. The Bears have been stuck in their fair share of 3rd and longs here in the first half. We've got 3rd and 19 now. Falls a little bit high, but Herbert on the reception. Well short of the first down.
Seattle playing that deep zone. Just trying not to let any footballs get thrown over their head. They always rally up to the tackle.
Overall, in this first half, when you think about the struggles on third down for the Bears, well, it's been a good half in that regard for Chicago.
Yeah, they're keeping themselves in 3rd and short for the most part. That last one was 3rd and 20. Not ideal for them. But long as they stay in 3rd and manageable, I think Nick Foles will do a good job reading man of zone and making quick decisions.
O'Donnell nose down punts. Thinks it just over a minute to play in the first half. We'll be right back after this message from Verizon. 1:02 to play in the first half as Russell Wilson and the Seahawks will start from their own 28. A couple of timeouts remaining for Seattle. Wilson under pressure. Checks down to DJ Dallas out of the backfield. Dallas has a first down catch and run.
Russell Wilson magical in that pocket. Slide this way, get skinny in there, create a little extra time just to find a guy downfield. He's one of the best at doing that.
Dallas picks up 13 and is able to get out of bounds also. Wilson scrambling. Wilson tucks and is able to get out of bounds. Wilson's coming off only his 2nd career game without a rushing attempt. He had a tweaked ankle Tuesday in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Russell definitely not running as much since his return. Only Russell Wilson knows the reason why he's not running as much. He's super dangerous when he uses his legs. I would have him run all the time.
He picks up 10 and a first down. Wilson pressure coming from behind. Throws open. Everett. Out of bounds to stop the clock. They keep moving the chains. 3 plays, 3 first downs for the Seahawks.
See Eddie Jackson and Roquan Smith having a conversation about that blown coverage where somebody needed to be in the flats and no one was in the flats except for Gerald Everett.
That's a gain of 26.
They still trying to figure it out, Aaron. Seahawks on the move right here. They love all go from this deep red zone 30, 20-yard area. They love all go special.
From the 23. They set up the screen to Dallas. That was Roquan Smith, NFL's 4th leading tackler.
Timeout. Seattle, the 32nd timeout.
One timeout remaining for the Seahawks. Coming up next, it's the Verizon halftime show. We'll get you previewed for that coming up at the end of this first half.
Seahawks with this one timeout remaining. They can throw the ball just about anywhere on the field. Use that timeout if it's caught in bounds if they need to. They can take a couple shots at the end zone. You already pretty much got that field goal secure.
Seahawks almost doubling up the yardage total for the Bears. Empty set for Wilson. To the end zone, and it's intercepted by the Bears. He dropped it. It was Artie Burns who had it in his hands. What a play by Burns nonetheless.
Now that's that all-go special that I was talking about. Russell Wilson decided to go outside with the football. Artie Burns in great position. Can't cover it too much better than that, Artie. Just got to come up with that interception. We don't get enough ops, Artie. We need it.
Tough landing there, 3rd and 7. Pressure. Wilson gets out of it and checks down to Dallas, who's able to get out of bounds.
Russell Wilson again, being Russell Wilson, escaping pressure. Keeping Seattle in a decent field goal range.
Took up a chance to Jason Myers. Myers, the former Arena League kicker, went on to the Pro Bowl with the Jets. And then a 4-year deal with Seattle. This from 36 yards out. And the Seahawks able to get points in the final seconds of this first half. 17-7 Seahawks now. Well, join Fox Sports in giving the gift of opportunity this holiday season by supporting nonprofit partner Foundation for Women Warriors and its efforts to serve the women veteran community and their families. Visit foundationforwomenwarriors.org to learn more.
Impressive 2-minute drive by Russell. Had about 1:30 to go get points. Took him 1:15 to go get 3. Don't get much better than that, Aaron.
Foles warming up. You can see Justin Fields behind him. He's inactive today. Has been beat up this year. Fractured ribs forced him to miss some time. Most recently, though, it's an ankle injury that is making Fields miss this one today. Andy Dalton also injured and unavailable today for Chicago. So Nick Foles, 3rd-string quarterback, in its first action of the season today for Chicago. They squib it. Khalil Herbert on the return. To about the 25. Now they believe and certainly hope that Fields is the future. Since 2017, since the Jay Cutler era, well, Akeem, there's been a lot of names come through the Windy City trying to hold things down. 2 playoff appearances, no wins, 3 different offensive coordinators, and total offense has never been better than 21st in the league.
But they're definitely hoping that guy right there is the answer. They traded up to go get him in the draft. And he's looked promising. I think the vibe of the building, they like Justin Fields. They like what he can do. And I think he's been promising for them. They know he can get better. Some things he have to work on, but year one, I think they're happy with their draft pick.
Well, the fan reaction to Fields being drafted was like when the Cubs won the World Series in Chicago. Well, that takes us to half. Our first half stats brought to you by Old Navy. 17-7 Seahawks. Well, the snow has mostly stopped coming down. Frigid day here in Seattle for snow of the year. DK Metcalf, 2 catches, 1 for no gain. The other, that 41-yard touchdown reception. Bears will begin the second half with the ball as they squib it through the snow. Got to slow down Khalil Herbert. And Herbert not getting past the 20. As we go down to those frigid sidelines and check in with Megan once again.
Hey, the snow's let up, so we'll take it. But I spoke to Bears head coach Matt Nagy, and he told me he wants to see this team fight. The story of their struggles this season has been their inability to score in the red zone. He said it's frustrating to watch, and they have got to change it, and it starts with this second half. But on the flip side, speaking of Pete Carroll, he said the balance for the Seahawks is there. He's very happy with it. Also really happy with how the team's playing defensively, saying the Bears were lucky they even saw the end zone, guys.
Bears 29th in red zone touchdown percentage this year. Able to punch one into the first half. Foles scrambling. Third string quarterback making his first start of the year, first action of the year for the former Super Bowl MVP, and he scampers out of bounds.
Again, the Bears come out passing the football. You would think with this kind of weather, snow on the ground, Montgomery in the backfield, pound this team, pound it, keep it close, wear them down up front. But starting this half kind of like they started the first half.
Foles picks up 8 on the scamper, 2nd and 2. Montgomery in the backfield. Leading rusher for the Bears scored Chicago's lone touchdown in the first half. They called his number. Trying to find some daylight. He picks up a first down. We had a chance to talk to Nick Foles on Christmas Eve, and one of the first things he told us, Akib, was, man, he was happy that you were up here in the booth and not out there on the field, as he remembers very clearly giving one up your way when you were with the Rams.
Oh, man, this was one of my favorite interceptions. I almost hurt my knee on that one, but one of my favorite interceptions, man. Just a lot of film study. Gave me a little insight on that corner route.
Yeah, you set him up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I set him up just a little bit. I knew they was going to run scissors, so I kind of just act like I was going with the post and fell off a little bit late.
Pressure up the corner, they give, and a big tackle for a loss. Montgomery, no room to run.
Darrell Taylor unblocked. You might want to block that guy, Aaron.
Negative play for Chicago in the opening drive of the second half. Well, let's just say Foles could smile about it now when we were talking about it with him, but I'm sure at the time he wasn't too pleased.
Well, I think they actually won that game, if I'm not mistaken, so he wasn't too mad at the interception.
Well, that was nice of him not to bring that part up. Third tackle for a loss for Seattle. 2nd and 14. Foles has to step up, and he's brought down. Rasheem Green with the sack for the Seahawks.
Good 4-man rush by the Seahawks. Good coverage. Defense sitting back in that cover 2. Linebackers getting depth. Just make Nick Foles hold the ball a little longer than he wants to.
After a loss of 4, that's a loss of 6. 3rd and a mile here for Chicago.
Not the third downs that Chicago talked about being in. The last 2 third downs was definitely not the route they're trying to go.
Too many sacks allowed over the course of the year for the Bears. Foles pressure from Dunlap, and it's incomplete.
Dunlap all over the place today. He's not cold, no sleeves, Nice bounce to his step. He's flying all over the place today. He was able to beat Jermaine Ifedi one-on-one off the defensive left side.
That brings on Pat O'Donnell to punt things away. Monday night he had a 72-yard boot. It was the third longest in the league this year. I'd love something similar here. On the return, Freddie Swain. Just two of the first three drives today for the Seahawks totaled -4 yards. They had the big touchdown drive of 80 yards. They found Pater twice in the first half. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, their first possession of the second half and their best starting field position of the day. Wilson on play action. He wants to take a shot all the way down the field to Lockett, and it's knocked loose and incomplete. The coverage by Deion Bush, stride for stride with Lockett.
Good coverage by Deion Bush there. Good job playing the ball. Try to run a supercell, short corner and a big corner. Bears not fooled at all.
It was Bush and Eddie Jackson who was taken off the COVID list. He was out Monday against Minnesota. That was the game you remember that the Bears were without their entire starting secondary.
Yeah, that was a rough one, but they actually played well. Thomas Graham got a chance to start. He played well. They made do. They went against an explosive Vikings team, and they didn't look half bad.
And they held Kirk Cousins to a career-low 87 yards and held Justin Jefferson in check. That's a gain of 6 after the spin cycle run there from Penny. Brings up 3rd and 4 at the 43. DJ Dallas in the backfield. He scored the Seahawks' only touchdown Tuesday in LA. Wilson, high throw, incomplete for Metcalf.
Had DK Metcalf one-on-one in the slot. That ball just got away from Russell a little bit. You can't blame timing on that one right there. That ball just got away from him a little bit, sailed it a little bit.
Can you blame the elements at all?
You make it blame that finger in the elements. I mean, because your fingers get cold, and you got a broken, a healing finger in this weather. It could definitely bother you.
Yeah, Wilson finally admitting earlier this week that he came back maybe too soon. He came back in half the time his surgeon expected, and finally admitted that he was not 100% with that finger when he returned. Fair catch called for from Daz Newsome. 10:57 to play in the third quarter.
Always an honor to be voted in to the Pro Bowl by your peers, by the fans, by the coaches.
Wagner his 8th straight. Foles, deep drop, deep pass, flag out, underthrown, incomplete. John Reed on the coverage. Looking for Goodwin that time.
He had him. Foles left it a little
Pass
short.
Interference. Number 29, defense, automatic, first down.
That's on Reed. He's getting some extra snaps today. You look at how dinged up and unavailable the secondary is for Seattle. DJ Reed, Bless Austin, both unavailable.
Just a little grab there. You can't sit on Goodwin now. He's a sprinter. When Goodwin's running that, you got to open up and get out of there.
First and 10 from the 39. On the ground of Montgomery. Well, Grant was acquired in October from Miami. Has been a revelation, especially in the return game, but also as a receiver for Chicago. Robert Quinn is on the verge of breaking single-season history for Chicago. And Diggs leads the team, 5 interceptions. His next will be a single-season career best, and Bobby Wagner just defies time. He does it each and every year. He's got a chance today to break his own single-season Seahawks tackling record as they find Mooney, and Mooney brought down right near the line to gain. That is Quandre Diggs, former 6th-round draft pick Diggs.
Close to a first down there. The Bears definitely missing Grant. He's been adding a real spark to the offense. Just getting the ball in his hands, screens, reverses. And of course, he do a number on the return game, so they definitely will miss him today.
First down run for Montgomery. They're also without Allen Robinson, wide receiver for Chicago. He's missing his second straight game because of COVID, so the Bears continue to be shorthanded. This is a team, remember, that has just been ravaged and decimated by not only injuries but COVID, both in terms of their personnel on the field, but also their coaching staff. Last week at one point they were down all 3 coordinators because of COVID, having to work remotely.
Yeah, the D coordinator, Coach Desai, he came on game day. He got cleared and was able to call. Nagy almost had to call all 3 phases of the game himself last week.
Montgomery again. Montgomery brought down for a loss. Alton Robinson, second-year pro out of Syracuse, was there. Second and 11 after the loss. Just inside Seahawks territory. Montgomery, head of steam. He's got a first down. And knocked out of bounds. Montgomery has been dangerous in the pass game today as well. And a big part of this offense, no surprise.
Nice play design there by the Bears. Good execution. Letting those linemen run upfield. Set up that screen. Montgomery doing the rest.
He gained 16. Last year, the league's 5th leading rusher. He had over 1,500 total yards. Has missed some time this year because of injury, but remains the Bears' leading rusher. First and 10. Now from the 33. They feed him again. He waited and then burst through the hole right near the first down once more.
Another good block by Cody Whitehair, pulling around, creating that lane for Montgomery. This is when the Bears are at their best, when they're running the ball, get up on the ball, they go fast. They start to get those linebackers to come downhill.
On second and less than a yard. Foles to pass this time. Foles to the end zone and out of bounds. Looks like they were trying to set something up. John Reed there in the coverage on Mooney.
Yeah, they faked that wide receiver screen to Demir Bird, but a good job by Seattle Seahawks DBs. Diggs along with John Reed stand deep and playing their thirds and not coming up on that screen.
Much better on third down today. Third and less than a yard. This time they give it to their best running back, Montgomery. Once again, he gets plenty for the first down.
Now they've converted just about every time they've been in third and manageable. The Bears have converted. This is when they get in third and 15 and third and 12 that they really can't do nothing with those situations.
22 touches today for Montgomery. You mentioned he's been active in the pass game as well. 4 receptions this afternoon. That leads the Bears today. They bring Holtz, the tight end, into the backfield. They set up the screen. Dangers there. Williams catches it backpedaling, the former Super Bowl winner with the Chiefs. Speaking of those third downs, we'll check in with Megan. Megan?
Yeah, I actually spoke with Bears coach Matt Nagy about this, and he told me, listen, I think we're playing them decently as long as they're third and manageable. He didn't like their odds when they were on third and long, but overall he felt like it was an improvement.
Yeah, third down and emphasis, red zone offense and emphasis as well for Nagy and the Bears. And right on cue, ball at the 20. Khalil Herbert in the backfield, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. He gets the handoff. He's got a first down run. Clear path, touchdown Bears. Herbert's second career touchdown.
Nice double team, nice kick out block there. Huge lanes. Huge running lanes for the Bears.
Herbert had a great 4-week fill-in stint for Montgomery when he was injured. In fact, Herbert's the last 100-yard rusher as a running back for Chicago. The last 100-yard performance for the Bears came from Justin Fields, the normal starting quarterback. Now 3-point game. Herbert, the rookie, runs it in from 20 yards out. Much of the displeasure of Ken Norton. 20-yard touchdown run from the rookie Khalil Herbert. Longest play of the day for Chicago.
Khalil Herbert has been explosive for the Bears. Came in and played well while David Montgomery was down. He's doing a great job for him on returns. Pretty good rookie, pretty good pickup. I'm sure they love this guy. He's going to be part of the future for the Bears.
DJ Dallas brings it out. Dallas past the 20. Past the 30. Right near the 40. What a fantastic return from DJ Dallas. Tuesday, the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl is on Fox. Catch Dorian Thompson-Robinson as he leads UCLA in a showdown against number 18, NC State. It all kicks off at 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox and Fox Sports app. Chip Kelly, his best year in LA with DTR from the show. This is very typical in terms of time of possession. Jairo Santos, kicker for the Bears. Walking gingerly off the field.
Santos not a big guy. And I'm sure right about now that field feels like concrete.
He's able to make his way over towards the sideline. Three-point game, Bears kicker needing some attention. Seahawks starting from their own 39. And starting on the ground with Rashad Penny. Able to break the first tackle. Minimal gain brought down by Alec Ogletree, who's become a mainstay since signing more than a week into training camp.
Yeah, he's been wonderful for the Bears. Danny Trevathan in and out the lineup due to injury. This guy came in and almost replaced him as a starter. Now he's been playing and performing like a starter for the Bears.
Wilson goes under center and gives it back to Penny. Penny's got a first down run, chugging past the 40. Rashad Penny, what a carry. Finally dragged down by Eddie Jackson. That's a gain of 32.
And big blocks up front. Another great lane to run through by Penny. The Seahawks are really moving the Bears off the ball, and I could run through these holes, Aaron.
Penny now knocking on the door of a 100-yard day. He's got 91 for the contest. Bounces off the first tackler. Now, Penny, taken 27th overall back in 2018, was an All-American at San Diego State. Led the nation in rushing, over 2,000 yards. But has had every kind of injury this year. Missed some significant time in the first half of the season with a calf strain. Had a fractured finger if you go all the way back to his first training camp. Most significantly an ACL he's had to recover from. On the play fake, Wilson rolls, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown, Gerald Everett. .24-yard touchdown catch.
That's what happened when you get this run game going. You get guys that have bad eyes, their eyes get in the backfield, then you had tight ends running free.
Fourth touchdown this year for Everett. Now the point after. Good. 61 yards in 4 plays, highlighted by the big 32-yard run by Penny. Everett to the end zone. 20th day against the Rams. He's doing the same thing today against the Bears. 4 catches, 68 yards, and most recently, touchdown catch to extend the Seahawks lead. His 4th TD this year.
I played with Gerald in LA, and this guy's a big receiver. This guy can move now. He didn't have to do much on that play, but he got great hands. He's a physical tight end. And I knew he would succeed over here in Seattle with Russell.
Let's go back to that touchdown. What did you see there, Keith?
Well, I see him now. You start running the football, then you have bad eyes here. He should be out in the flat, and our corner Vildor should be in his deep third, but he feels nobody in the flat, so he stays up here. He has to get back deep and guard his third. That's why you see Eddie Jackson with it, like, where are you going?
Now,
Why aren't you in your third?
What do you mean by bad eyes?
Bad eyes. You start to you start to come downhill before the running back had the ball. You're not reading your keys. You're not looking at the tight end and the tackle. That's who you should be looking at. Those guys will run right by you.
Jimmy Graham, the former Seahawk, with his first catch of the day. Good for a first down. 3 years here in Seattle, 2015 to 17. He gains 15 on the play. Famously flew his plane to practice over in Renton from his home on Lake Washington.
Must be nice. Must be nice, Jimmy.
Well, he is quite the student of aviation and had his seaplane. A good place to have one. One of the great tight ends of all time. 5-time Pro Bowler. Led the Bears in touchdown catches a year ago. Mooney, first down catch and run inside Seahawks territory, and the Bears moving the chains through the air.
That slight play action, get those linebackers to move downhill just a tad bit. Opens up that window right behind the linebackers and right in front of the safeties.
Third catch today for Darnell Mooney, leading receiver for the Bears. Got a chance for a 1,000-yard season this season. He was first. A motion commit the tight end. Foles underneath. Montgomery, the stiff arm, and Wagner brings him down, but he's able to get to the line to gain. Montgomery with his 5th reception today.
I thought Foles had Mooney streaking down the field. He decided to take the check down.
Mooney off to the bench. Montgomery runs into a wall, is able to fight forward for a few. Good surge after initial contact there for David Montgomery. Put some hard yards today for Montgomery against this Seahawks front.
Definitely. I thought they abandoned the run a little bit early and just leaned on the pass a little too much. If I had this guy in the backfield, man, he'd be the lead dog. He'd be the workhorse. Everything would go through Montgomery.
He's averaging just over 4 yards a carry on the season. Today, barely 2 yards. And they bring Kmet into the backfield on 2nd and 7. On play action, they find Kmet, and he's able to break an ankle tackle and run for a first down. Dunlap drags him out of bounds. Big, strong legs, that lower half from Cole Kmet. He picks up 16.
Good drop by Amadi. He was in perfect position. Just got to wrap up that big guy, man. You want to hit his legs, but you definitely have to wrap him up.
Final seconds of the third quarter. Bears trying to answer after the Seahawks found the end zone. We'll be right back from Seattle. Seahawks in front. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after a break from your local Fox station. It was an evenly played third quarter here in Seattle. It's on to the fourth. Aaron Goldsmith, Keith Talib, Megan O'Leary down on the sidelines for us. 1st and 10 for Foles and the Bears. At the Seahawks 15. Foles pressure. Dunlap crushes him to the ground.
Dunlap has been all over the place today. He came with the inside move on Larry Borom.
And Dunlap coming off a recent game, a phenomenal 3-sack effort.
He's all over the place today. No sleeves. I like it, Carlos Dunlap.
Borom getting some more playing time with Tevin Jenkins questionable with a shoulder issue. Rookie tackle for the Bears. 2nd and 15 now. Foles, clean pocket. Zips it over the middle. Caught by Cole Kmet. Just shy of the first down. They get 14 yards back after that sack.
Nice throw there by Foles. Just beating the arms of Wagner.
Well, can the Bears find the end zone? 2 drives into the red zone today. 1 touchdown. As we've documented, this has been the major Achilles heel. Matt Nagy saying that it is the priority. Not settling for field goals, but getting into the end zone. Newsome in motion. Foles straight ahead. QB sneak. Needed a yard. Seahawks say he's short.
They got him short. Tried to give you a little window dressing in the back end. Slip Foles right up the middle. Good push by that Seahawks D-line. Brings up a 4th down.
Offense staying on the field. Bears turned it over on downs in the first half in a similar situation. We got it 4th and 1 at the 6.
Don't get cute here, Aaron. Just turn around and give it to Montgomery.
He's the single back. Full straight ahead surge once again. Seahawks continuing to say that they stopped him.
He's short.
You need the 5.
Can't get the 5. He's short.
Well, they've given it to him. It's 1st and goal, Chicago. Well, he needed a yard. He got a yard.
Look at it. I didn't see one body cross the 5-yard line there, and I seen the whole line go backwards. I don't know if he got that.
That's what Pete Carroll's thinking.
Seattle is challenging the ruling on the field of a 1st down. We'll review the play.
Well, we'll see if they can actually sort something out. Got it.
Yeah, Nick Foles get lost in there. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see a little bit better from that above view. It looked like he got about to the line, so good call by the refs.
1st and goal from the 5. Montgomery, the single back. They give to Montgomery. Tries to jump cut and is brought down for a loss. Benson Mayo. Mike, as we check with Mike Pereira. Mike, how do you mechanically sort that out if you're up in the booth?
I'll tell you, Aaron, it's really tough because when he goes into a scrum like that, the officials that are in charge of it, the 2 officials on the line of scrimmage, they can't see it. So all they can do is come in and look to see where he is when they start to unpile. And if they see the ball at a spot, they'll put it at that spot. But no way you can change a ruling when it's into a scrum like that.
And it goes down as a lost timeout now for the Seahawks. 2nd and goal. After a loss of 1. Foles pressure. Foles is brought down again. Rasheem Green, his second sack of the day.
The Seahawks defense, it's like they turn up a little bit once they get in the red zone, Aaron. A one-on-one with James Daniels. He was able to win that one-on-one. Get his second sack of the night.
Well, they started out 1st and goal from the 5. That marches them back 6 on the ball at the 12. 3rd sack for the Seahawks, and Green's got a couple of them. Whistles come in, a flag.
False start, number 74, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
And that is the former Seahawk, Tremaine Ifedi, first-round draft pick by the Seahawks in 16, started 60 games for Seattle.
Back up 5 more yards, so down 10. You would assume if they don't get it here, they kick a field goal. We've seen Santos go down. I guess in a minute, we'll see how Santos is feeling if they don't convert here.
Ifedi now gets to feel the effects of the crowd, the 12s here in Seattle. Foles dropped. Low pass to Montgomery. Incomplete. 4th down. And talk about a promising start. 1st and goal from the 5. And they'll have to settle for 3 now.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 5, and now you got 4th and the field goal attempt from the 17. So they definitely went the wrong direction there.
Santos, this will be from 35. He made 14 straight to begin the year. Entering today 6 of 10 since that hot start. Straight away from 35 yards out. Easy put through for Santos. Bears settle for 3. Just under 11 to play in the 4th quarter. 24-17 Seattle after the Bears field goal. 10:42 to play. Coldest day of the year in Seattle. On the first snowfall. DJ Dallas back to return as Santos puts it in the air. Squibbit taken at the 20. This is Colby Parkinson, the tight end, on the special teams return. Eric Goldsmith and Aqib Talib. And, Aqib, we were talking about this from the start, that one of the big storylines would be how Chicago does in the red zone. This red zone defense for Seattle, it's been better than it was on Monday night, but still not where the Bears want it to be.
Definitely a heavyweight fight going on in this red zone. So Seattle was able to start with some stops, but Chicago was able to punch it in on his last one. The possession before, they scored right outside of the red zone. So not a red zone score, but close enough.
It was right at the 20. A rush from Khalil Herbert. Estridge on the jet sweep. Lays ahead. And the receiver gets a rare touch today.
Bad decision by Estridge. Late push. Not much. They're going to call him for 15 there.
It's Alec Ogletree that he's talking with.
The refs could have let that one go.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 44, defense.
Oh, they caught him on
15 yards would be added to the end of the play. Automatic 1st down. This is his first foul of this type with regard to disqualification.
Usually they catch the second guy. Not this time. See, I thought they caught that little push right there in the acting job. They may have flagged him for the acting job.
You took that much offense to it. On play action, Wilson goes through his progressions. And the ball gets knocked down. He's looking for Penny out of the backfield. The Bears get the field goal to make it 24-17. Russell Wilson today, a couple of touchdown passes. The big one, 41 yards to DK Metcalf. And more recently, Gerald Everett, 24 yards out. Penny breaks a tackle, breaks another. He's got a first down and more. Rashad Penny inside the 20 and forced out of bounds. It's a 100-yard day for Rashad Penny.
Delayed handoff there. Didn't look like it was much room. Penny was able to get skinny and slide through there, break a tackle from the rookie Thomas Graham. Strong run for Penny.
Gain of 32. He's approaching a career high. That came a couple of games ago. 137 yards in Houston. He's just 26 today.
This has kind of been a running back by committee since Carson's been down, but Penny's showing today that he can shoulder the load if he has to.
Wilson slides about the 10. And Seahawks without Alex Collins for the second straight game. Their leading rusher.
Russell Wilson.
Penny today. A couple of big gains. You can see his first 32 games, 900 yards. He's gotten essentially a third of that in his last 3. With the big ones being today and at Houston. He was bottled up on Tuesday, just 39 yards against the Rams. Different story today, however.
Yeah, Penny is definitely the healthy back right now, the one with the juice. So with Seattle, it seems like just the healthy guy, whoever running the ball the best, they kind of get the nod for the week. And right now it's definitely Penny.
Well, you said words that have not been said often in this town, and that is Penny's the healthy back right now. It's been the biggest struggle of his career. The talent's never been questioned. It's been his ability to stay on the field. 3rd and 5. They can pick up a first down at the 4. Metcalf has been quiet outside of the touchdown catch. Wilson was looking his way and now has to spin, and Wilson is brought down. Robert Quinn, who has just been a sack machine, leads the NFC second in the NFL with 16 sacks entering today, and he's nearing the Chicago Bears single season record. It's a loss of 13.
Robert Quinn coming off the right side, able to run down Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson looking at that zone coverage. He didn't like anything he had, only 3-man route. Robert Quinn finishing the playoff.
Myers on to attempt from 39 yards. And he's down the middle and good. Oh, I beg your pardon. He misses from 39. It started out true. Took another direction.
Ooh, it did, didn't it? Looked good from here.
Well, Nagy happy about that.
Big stop for the Bears defense. Get herself a chance.
Brings Foles back on with 7:18 remaining. So a miscue from Myers and the Seahawks. It's been all Bears with the ball in the second half. Of course, the Seahawks are dead last in the NFL in time of possession. Foles zips it loose, and he finds Damiere Byrd with the reception for a first down. Byrd picks up 11 on the catch.
Damiere Byrd running a slant to Foles' left. Foles seeing that zone coverage. He just let that flat defender clear and was able to find him in that second window.
Foles 176 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions today. Around to Montgomery.
Bears just have to stay on schedule here. Don't go backwards. Just keep putting together positive plays, positive runs. Don't go backwards. Just give yourself a chance to win the football game.
Foles pumps, throws, and completes. Finds Mooney. There is Bobby Wagner. Wagner, another record-setting day today. The NFL's leading tackler. He came into this one 10 tackles shy of breaking his own Seahawks single-season franchise record for most tackles in a season. So he bests his performance back in 2016. Now 168 tackles this season. He's on a short list of most consecutive 100 tackle campaigns. This is his 10th. Only Ray Lewis and London Fletcher. The great John Carroll D3 product with more.
One of the best in our league, Aaron. And here, third down, he's still on the field.
And 3rd and 4, incomplete. Mooney's looking for a flag. It was John Reed who was flagged earlier today on the coverage. No flags this time. 4th down.
Seattle playing man coverage. Little grab there, but that's legal. If they push it, we pull it. If the receiver push, we pull. That's what we taught, Aaron. So good coverage there by John Reed. Good 3rd down stop.
Going for it, 4th and 4 from their own 46. Huge play here. Just over 5 to play. Foles, clean pocket, now tucks. Foles throws. Incomplete. That was Ryan Neal on the coverage. The Bears turn it over on downs.
Good pressure on Foles there. Good job by Neal not being too early and drawing that flag. Right, he just barely got his head around and made it at least look like he was looking back for the ball. That's why he didn't get that flag. He did make it seem like he was getting his head around to that football, and it was enough. It was enough for the referee not to throw that flag.
Not enough for Foles. He's still looking for one. So 5:01 to play. Russell Wilson takes over on the plus side of the 50. Penny breaks the tackle. Knocked out of the 40 by Eddie Jackson. Now Seahawks were on the other end of a play like that in LA on Tuesday. Penny picks up 7. He's 4 yards shy, matching a career best performance today.
Seahawks been having a lot of success running to that right side behind Gabe Jackson and Jake Curran.
On play action, Wilson, 1st down strike, pushed out of bounds. Freddie Swain on the catch.
Nice throw and catch by Russell Wilson. That finger looked healthy to me. That ball has some zip on it right there.
2 touchdown passes today for Wilson.
They're going fast here.
Back to the ground with Penny. You know, we really thought on that second drive today, as Wilson's trying to help break things up, that it would end up being a good day for DK Metcalf. He had the 41-yard touchdown catch. He's had 1 catch since then, and it was for no gain.
Yeah, he's definitely been slow since the, what was it, the first or the second drive of the game. But there've been a lot of runs, a lot of running the football. And he's on the sideline. I don't know if something's bothering him, but he's not in the game right now, Aaron.
Well, he's been dealing with a foot injury. It's been the better part of 2 months since he did anything more than walkthroughs during the week.
And I'm sure this cold weather doesn't help at all.
Back to Penny. Now Pete Carroll, the flag comes in. Very quick to point out from a timing standpoint. Metcalf and Wilson not having a chance to work on a regular
Holding.
basis.
Number 84, offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
It's Colby Parkinson.
The right side of the line here, 84. They'll get him for holding. If you didn't hold him, that may have been a tackle for loss.
Parkinson getting some extra playing time today. Will Desley tied in for the Seahawks on the COVID list, unavailable. 3:16 to play. Bears have all 3 timeouts. Eskridge again. Eskridge brought down. Nothing happening there. 3rd and long now for Seattle.
Good job by Thomas Graham being a cover 2 corner, forcing that play, getting his job done.
Now, Graham was one of the great stories recently for the Bears. Played every snap on Monday. Made his NFL debut. Sat out the COVID season last year. Placed on waivers earlier. We'll be right back after these messages from Uber Eats. Sides with 2 timeouts remaining. 3rd and 21 for the Seahawks. It's Travis Homer in the backfield as Wilson fires a dart incomplete, looking for Swain. It was Thomas Graham, just talking about him on the coverage. For Graham last week on Monday night, this is his first real action since 2019, and he had a whale of a game.
He definitely made the most out of it. Came out with 3 pass breakups. Put another one in the stat sheet for him today. Thomas Graham making the most of all his opportunities, and that's what it's made of. That's the one good thing about COVID. A bunch of guys get a lot of opportunities, and some guys like Thomas Graham may make the most of it.
Talking to Matt Nagy about him, his head coach, and he said that even when he was on the practice squad, he didn't have a practice squad mentality. He kept locked into everything. It's paid off for him. Flag comes out.
Delay of game, offense, number 4. Penalties declined, 4th down.
3:03 remaining. Bears are without their Pro Bowl punt returner, Jakeem Grant. He is out with a concussion. Daz Newsome, who collected his first career reception earlier today, the rookie out of North Carolina, handling punt return duties. To the back of the end zone. Well, next Sunday, the race for the playoffs continues on Fox with a huge doubleheader. It's a full slate of games with playoff implications, and it all starts with America's #1 pregame show. Check local listings for the matchups in your area, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Cowboys and Cardinals. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals had a chance to clinch their first postseason berth last night for the first time since 2015, but tell them that one, the Colts. Now, Nick Foles had not played this season until today. He is the undisputed best third-string quarterback in the league. Former Super Bowl MVP, trying to orchestrate something here with under 3 to play. Foles over the middle, caught. Mooney first down. Mooney stays on his feet past the 40. Catch and run. Darnell Mooney keeps chugging along.
Mooney trying to get up out of there.
Flag is out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 52. Defense, 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic, first down.
So out the gate, a 45-yard gain.
Now the catch and run was good for 30 yards before the penalty. Bears thought they were in good position.
Now that's how you want to start a game-time drive. You come out and get a 45-yard gain on the first play. Still 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to work with.
Mooney came off just a bit gimpy there. He's on the sideline now. 1st and 10.
Foles knew exactly what he was going to get on the last play.
From the 35. Now the backfield. Good catch made by Montgomery. Extending his arms and dragging a man with him for the first down. That's Ugo Amadi.
Again, Foles know he's going to get zone coverage. He make a quick throw so the running back can catch and run, and you get him in some space. He break a tackle, turn to 10 yards.
6th catch for Montgomery. 7. Montgomery, another first down catch. As the Bears just continue to move the chains. That's good for 15. To the 2-minute warning. 24-17. Seahawks. Matt Nagy and this Bears offense. They have it 1st and 10 at the 11. 2 to play. Touchdown and a point after from tying it up. Well, the red zone has been the story for the Bears. 3 trips, 1 touchdown, and 1 field goal.
Been a story for the Bears all season long. Also been a story for the Seahawks. The bend but don't break defense. We can see if they hold up here and keep Foles out the end zone.
Foles holds on to it, scrambles, ball is out! And the Bears, it was Carlos Dunlap who forced it. He's had a monster game.
Carlos Dunlap again. What is that, his 2nd or 3rd sack of the day? 2nd sack of the day? He's been everywhere. A bunch of pressures, a bunch of hurries, sacks. He's all over the place.
2nd for Dunlap. Fetty able to get on top of it, the former Seahawk.
Bears moving backwards in the red zone again.
They've got a red zone offense of the Bears. Nearly last in the league and one of the best red zone defenses in the NFL. And the Seahawks 2nd and 14 now. Foles to the back of the end zone. Komet is out of bounds. Was able to make the catch.
Heck of a catch. Bobby Wagner in perfect position. Komet just not able to get his feet down in time to score that touchdown. No feet down.
Yeah, clearly out of bounds. As if you needed the official ruling. Ball at the 15. Foles, end zone, and this time it is caught by guess who? Jimmy Graham, the former Seahawk, with the touchdown grab with just a minute to play.
I mean, it was nothing to that. It was just, Jimmy, I'm throwing it to you, go up and make a play. He just went and boxed him out, throw it up.
Just Graham's 2nd catch of the game.
John Reed a little outmatched. Did a good job attempting to play the ball. Bears going for the win.
They are going for 2. Montgomery in the backfield with Foles. Foles, design roll. Foles, back of the end zone, and it's Demir Bird, and he makes the catch and converts! What a throw and catch! Bears take the lead with 1:01 to play in Seattle.
And sprint out to the right. He had him open for a second. He threw it kind of late. I thought he almost messed it up. Seattle tried to carry him out the back of the end zone. He still was able to get a knee down. One knee.
And look at him.
Equals 2 feet.
One hand control on the way down. Incredible play by Demir Bird.
1-on-1 left.
And you want to talk about two great plays, two great throws. Foles to Graham, Foles to Bird.
That's when I think Foles is at his best, man. When he's back against the wall, gotta have it situations. He makes quick decisions. What a throw by Foles.
Yeah, think about this from Nick Foles' perspective. He hasn't played all season long. He's a former Super Bowl MVP. This year, third-string quarterback behind Justin Fields, behind Andy Dalton. And today, because injuries to both of those two quarterbacks, gets his first playing time of the season. And a fourth-quarter go-ahead drive. He's had a sensational second half. Dallas picks it up out of the snow. DJ Dallas tracked down. 53 seconds to play. Back in December of 2012 in Chicago. Seahawks trailed 14-10 the fourth quarter. 32 seconds left. Wilson hit Golden Tate for a 14-yard touchdown. That gave the Seahawks a 17-14 lead. Seattle forced overtime. And then a 13-yard game-winning touchdown to Sidney Rice. Seahawks won 23-17.
If anybody could get it done, is Russell Wilson. I've seen him do it far too many times in my career.
2 timeouts left. Remember, the Seahawks lost a timeout because of a challenge. 53 seconds remaining, down by 1. They sling it out to DJ Dallas. Dallas hunting out of bounds, and he gets there.
2 timeouts remaining. They can pretty much throw the ball anywhere they want to early. Seattle love all go. They love to get in 2x2 or 3x1 and run all the guys down the field and let Russell Wilson figure out who we want to throw it to.
Wilson lunging forward now. Flag comes out.
Holding, number 77. Offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's Ethan Posick.
Yeah, Posick grabs a hold right about now in the middle of your screen.
Makes it 2nd and 16.
Here's that 3x1 formation.
Chicago takes its second timeout. How about the Bears going for it? 2-point conversion.
I mean, what do you have to lose, man? It's Matt Nagy on the hot seat. He missed the field goal earlier. I mean, why wouldn't you go for it? Go for the win.
Jason Myers, this one looked true until the last moment. Took a left-hand turn. Myers has had some struggles this year. His long this season is 53 yards. He's 2 of 4 on the year from 50+. Now you wonder what the conditions will lend in terms of distance. You can see last year he made a career-long 61-yarder against the Rams, but I figure he shaved some distance off given the weather today, frigid temperatures. A little short to Lockett. Lockett has had a quiet day. You know, we talk about DK Metcalf. Lockett, who returned this week for missing only his 2nd career game. He was out because of COVID on Tuesday. Just 2 catches, 15 yards.
Yeah, both guys fairly quiet today, besides the early touchdown. And with these conditions, you don't expect the wide out to go crazy in this kind of weather. You expect it to be a run game, tight end type of game.
3rd and long. There is Lockett. Lockett makes a move, and he's right there by the line to gain.
Oh,
and they'll mark him just shy. So bring up 4th and short.
Roquan Smith hustling over. Knee down just short of the marker. Timeout Seattle. So 1 timeout remaining. 4th and 1. Kind of need that timeout to set up this field goal, but at the same time, there is no field goal without this 4th down, so you may have to burn that timeout after this play right here. You really don't want to pass it so short. I might have to quarterback sneak it and just burn my timeout and go with what I got.
31 seconds remaining, 1 timeout remaining for Russell Wilson. And a flag. That was Gerald Everett.
False start, number 81, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
You want to talk about a killer. 4th and 1 becomes 4th and 6.
Definitely change the play call now. Now you save your timeout. You try to throw it. You try to throw it. But still, you should be able to work the middle, work everywhere. You have a timeout if you need it.
Wilson scrambling. Wilson is short of the 1st down. And a flag comes in. That's Eddie Jackson.
That'll be a holding, and they probably decline this penalty.
Remember, Seahawks had a hold earlier on this drive. Had lost a timeout because of a challenge.
Fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, defense. Holding, number 68, offense. Fouls offset. Replay 4th down.
Here we go, Aaron. Let's try it again.
So second chance for Wilson and the Seahawks offense.
The defensive foul was on number 20.
Bears coming to this game today 4-10, eliminated from the playoffs with nothing to lose. They go for it after the touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham. Foles finds Graham, then finds Demir Bird for the 2-point conversion. And now the Seahawks pinning the corner here. They need 6 yards to keep it alive.
Bears showing man.
Wilson. Incomplete, looking for Lockett. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks denied. The former Seahawk, Bruce Irvin. Now flag comes in. A late flag.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 55, defense. It will be 1st down for Chicago after the enforcement of the 15-yard penalty.
The former Seahawk,
This is
Bruce
his
Irvin.
first foul with regard to disqualification.
Came after the play, Chicago ball.
Bruce Irvin with the pressure. That should do it. The flag won't do too much.
4th quarter comeback for the Chicago Bears. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks get 24 points today, but not enough, as Nick Foles, in his first action of the season, leads a 4th quarter drive comeback, finding Demir Bird and Jimmy Graham. A former Seahawk, 3 years here in Seattle. Just 2 catches today, but the second one the biggest.
Jimmy Graham coming up huge for his team. That's probably his favorite route. If you ask Jimmy Graham, if I could run one more route at the end of my career, what would it be? I guarantee you he'd say a goal line fade for the game.
What a 4th quarter, what a second half performance, really, by Nick Foles. And the former Super Bowl MVP comes to Seattle and helps guide the Bears to a 25-24 win. And Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, a very atypical year here in Seattle, fall to Chicago. 25-24, our final score. We'll be right back with more coverage of today.